I caught my wife on a hidden cam cheating on me with her high school ex on while they WFH. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we've got a story from r/relationship_advice where O.P. caught his wife cheating on him with her high school while they worked from home. Before we start, if you have any personal stories of how you got out of a toxic relationship with your cheating wife or girlfriend that you want to share, feel free to email them to me. Let's get started. Original story. My 29M wife, 27F, has been working from home the past few months and has started having her high school ex over a lot. I told her this is unacceptable. Am I in the wrong for this? Hey everyone. I know that the title may sound confusing without the background that I am about to give. So ever since COVID started, my wife has been working from home. My job never allowed us to do that, so I have still been driving to work every day. She has a friend that she occasionally hangs out with. He's been invited to hang out with both of us before too. He's nice, fun to hang around, and pretty cool. I've had no problem with this. My wife made me aware pretty early on that she dated him in high school. She said that they dated their freshman and sophomore year. They never had sex but did mess around. They started reconnecting as friends during their senior year. At that time, he had a girlfriend and she was starting to see another guy as well. She claims that after they broke up, there was never anything romantic between them again. When COVID started, my wife said that she would be able to work from home. I was glad for her as I knew it'd be easier for her. She said that her friend was going to be able to work from home too, so they may meet up sometimes to go over their work and help each other. They both work in a similar field. One day I came home and noticed that he was there. I thought nothing of it really, as my wife had told me about this. They both had their computers and looked like they were working pretty hard. For a while, it was like this. Suddenly, a few weeks in, I would come home and they would casually be hanging out and having fun. Sometimes they would be playing a game, sometimes they would be drinking, sometimes they would be eating. I started finding this a little bit weird. It seemed as though he was getting more attention than me and that she was having a better time with him than me. Then one day, when I came home, it was the final straw. They were both on the couch and her head was in his lap while they were watching TV. I waited until he left and then had a talk with her. I was fuming. I yelled at her and told her that their actions have been unacceptable and that there was no reason that she should be laying with a friend like that. I expressed how I felt like she has been showing him more attention than her husband and that it seemed like they were having more fun together than we do. Not to mention that they had dated before and fooled around. She got really upset and said I had no right to tell her that she can no longer hang around someone. She was mad that I seemed to claim that she was cheating on me with him and swore that she was not and would not do that. She said that all they were doing was relaxing and that it was not wrong to lay her head on his lap. The last 2 days, he has not been at the house when I got home. She says that she has not seen him since our talk. I apologized for being so angry about it. She doesn't seem like she has accepted my apology, as she has been quite around me ever since. How do I make things better? Is she cheating? How do I handle things between her and this friend? Now let's look at some comments. You/formerly tipsy wrote. I agree with you. When you said they had computers out and were working hard, I felt it seemed innocent enough. However, a woman putting her head in some guy's lap? No. 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 Boundaries are being crossed. It is not appropriate and she knows it. Would she be okay if the situation was reversed? You/eSkitty110617 wrote. You are not at all in the wrong here. At first, it seemed innocent enough, but putting your head into the lap of someone you're not with is suspicious AF. She's right that you have no right to tell her to do something, but since you explained and asked her to stop and she's being defensive like this, I'm getting a ton of red flags. If she's not cheating, she's sure as hell not showing respect for you as her partner. It wouldn't surprise me if she is cheating though, with how overly close they seem to be getting. You/runaway model wrote. That's not okay. She's not respecting your relationship. Her head shouldn't be in his lap at all, and it should make you uncomfortable since they used to have a relationship. If the roles were reversed and you had an ex's head in your lap, she would also be uncomfortable. Her getting mad at you for questioning it is gaslighting the situation in you. I wouldn't put my head in a guy's lap if I didn't feel some type of chemistry. It's flirty. I think you guys need to discuss boundaries. You guys must agree on what you consider to be okay and not okay. If she thinks that type of behavior with an ex is acceptable, and you don't, then things may not work. I would see where things go, and what she does next. Her actions will speak louder than words if these situations keep occurring, though it may be time to rethink if this is someone you want to be with. You/deleted, wrote. Well, it does seem quite inappropriate to be drinking and chilling on the couch. Eating and stuff like that seems fine, but chilling with her head on his lap seems bordering on very inappropriate. Remember, they are supposed to be working. I can understand they were just hanging out by eating dinner and even watching TV or whatever. That said, is this happening pretty much every day? Or just happened once or twice? Either way, you need to have a serious talk with her. Sit her down and talk about boundaries rather than making demands of her not seeing the friend. It is bad to deny her a friend in the way that it sounds like you did, but your feelings are valid here. I don't know how trust can be regained here, but if I were her, I would have tried to find a way to reassure you rather than be combative. This is a situation where I think you have cause for concern, but it may still be fairly innocent. So, it's tricky, and without a good proper heart-to-heart talk with her, this will grow resentment. It may be a good idea to request from her that you be allowed to see their communication, texts, Facebook/Instagram. Important here is that you don't demand to keep a continuous eye on her phone. Just have her unlock her phone in full view of you so you can get some reassurance with this guy. If she reacts strongly to this, I think you have your answer, and it's time to take this as a serious threat to your marriage. You need to proceed delicately, but you deserve and need this to be resolved, otherwise suspicion will be growing, and with that comes resentment. Op replied to you/deleted, and wrote, "It happened at least twice a week. The other times they'd be working or he was already gone. I didn't mention it in the post, but I already did check her phone shortly after our fight. I didn't see anything flirty between them." You/deleted, replied to Op and wrote, "So, I assume you have an open phone policy then? That sounds very healthy to me, and if that's the case, it makes this less likely to be cheating. I would just sit down and talk with her openly about your feelings. You felt wronged and saw it as deeply inappropriate. You have no issue with them working together and even being friends, but you would like for them to A. Wait for you to get home before eating, B. If they want to watch a movie, then you should be involved. Hell, you guys may become good friends if they are just more considerate of you. Now if they keep trying to avoid you in these activities, then I think you should still be concerned. If you sit down with her, then ask her why he has stopped coming entirely. Have you seen her communicate that he should not come around? If you haven't seen her communicate this, then you should consider the fact that they have a way of communication that you do not have access to. Do with that as you wish, but it may also mean that he only came over on her invitation. Trust your gut, but be less controlling and be smart. I guess that's the TL, doctor of my advice." You/uglyeyes_fat thighs wrote, "Honestly, I feel like you had every right to be upset. You had no reason to apologize. She needs to be the one apologizing. You guys are married, and friends are one thing, but this is something else entirely. I would love to see how she would react if you were entertaining an ex-girlfriend every single day while she was at work, coming home and y'all are laughing and getting drunk, and then she's laying her head in your lap. She'd go through the roof. I know I would. Everybody's marriage is different and everyone has different boundaries, but you are not comfortable with it and she needs to respect that. I don't think she's cheating on you, but I do think if you had let it go on and not said anything, it's possible something would have happened." You/Rainlane wrote, "Find a female friend and do the same, have fun with her and lay over her lap, let your wife walk on you guys and you'll see the magic. This whole situation is completely inappropriate regardless of gender and very disrespectful towards your partner, and in my opinion, she's already fucking this guy or she's very close to. Protect your assets and walk away." You/Mrushit wrote, "Dude, what the actual fuck? This is so wrong. The head in his lap is beyond inappropriate. If she doesn't believe you, tell her to call her mother and run that by her. No sane person would think it's okay for your wife to be in that situation. Set up a hidden SSID, and at least one wireless camera and tape over/disable the camera light. You are not going to like what you find." Before we take a look at the update, take a moment to like the video to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to leave your own opinion on the story in the comments down below. Update. So, last week, I posted on a few subreddits about my wife spending time at our house with an old ex that she used to have from high school. He had been coming over and working from home with her ever since COVID started. At first, I thought nothing of it as they were just simply helping each other with their work. Then they started to hang out and stuff more. When I caught her laying down with her head in his lap, I had enough. I told her he could no longer come over. She was mad and took offense to this but agreed. Most people here agreed with me that it was sketchy for her to do this. I was made aware that he could still be coming over during the day and leaving before I get there. I ended up buying a camera that I could set up and hide while I am at work. I put one in the living room and one in the bedroom. The first day they were set up, I saw nothing unusual. The second day was when it happened. The ex came over. At first, they were just working, but then he started to get pretty touchy with her. It progressed until they headed up going to our bedroom and sleeping together. I was shocked. I wasn't sure what to do. As soon as I saw my wife again, I questioned her if she had been seeing him anymore. She denied it. I told her that I had cameras installed in the house. Her face changed completely then. She knew what I had seen. She immediately started crying. I told her to leave the house. She tried to apologize and explain, but I wasn't having any of it. Since then, we have talked to each other once. I told her that I don't see how anything can happen besides a divorce. She said she doesn't want that and asked if I would go to couples counseling one time before making that final decision. I reluctantly agreed. I don't expect it to work and I'm mainly doing it to humor her. I'm still looking and trying to contact divorce attorneys as I'm typing this. What do you think about all of this? Do you think Op will ever be able to head from his wife's betrayal? Also, do you have any advice for Op on how he should move forward? Let us know in the comments down below. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload.